Haven't done an average problem in a while.
When reviewing our students' warm-up, we utilize the One Teach, One Support model. Although this model seems to be most popular among co-teaching teams, it is important to use it sparingly and create a healthy balance of responsibility and instructional approaches within the classroom.
Plus -3, plus -5, plus 0, plus 5, plus 10, -10, plus 2. Right? Now my rules tell me that if I have the same sign and I'm adding, I just need to add them all up. So I can get this far, okay? Because -2 plus -3 is -5, plus -5 is -10, plus 0. So I have -10 plus 5 plus -10 plus 2. So I've gotten through there. Brianna, do you remember the rule if I have opposite signs? So I'm trying to add a negative and a positive. That's subtracting. No, it's okay, that's subtracting. What if I'm trying to add though? Perfect. Subtract and take this out of the higher number. Here's my bigger number. So I'm going to subtract. I have a -5 plus -10 plus 2. These are my same signs again. I get -15 plus 2. I subtract, take the sign of the higher number. I get -13. I'm done, right? Is -13 my average? Nope. Is -13 going to be an answer choice on your test? Yes. Okay? Be careful. There's more than one step. And it stinks because you're saying, I did all this work and I'm not done? No. Not done yet. Nick, what's my next step? What do I need to do?
Divide by how much numbers there are.
Perfect. I need to divide by how many numbers I had up here. Don't get confused at this 0. That's still a number. We're going to multiply the numbers that are lassoed together. So I'm going to multiply 2 times x. And what is 2 times x multiplied together, Sean? 2x. You can't just drop the x, okay? We have to solve for that. It's an unknown. Now we're going to multiply 3 times 8. Hayden, what is 3 times 8? You can use your calculator if you need it. That's what it's for. 24. So we have cross-multiplied the numbers that were lassoed together. This should look familiar. We have already covered one-step equations. How do we solve a one-step equation? What is the first step here, Kyle? Right, because we're going to use the inverse or opposite of multiplication, which Kyle says is dividing by 2. We're going to apply the golden rule and divide by 2 on the other side. Take your board.
We often use the team teaching approach when checking for student knowledge after direct instruction or review of material. We find this method allows us to both be active participants in the teaching process, therefore making it easier to reach students who may be struggling.
Good.
On this particular day, students are working problems on whiteboards as we walk around to check for understanding and provide support when necessary. During student-guided practice, we often utilize a hybrid of the station and parallel teaching models. During this particular lesson, students on one side of the room participate in a partner game, while students on the other side of the room complete a worksheet. Students work for approximately 20 minutes prior to changing stations. This approach gives us an opportunity to work with students in a more intimate setting with a smaller student-to-teacher ratio. We are able to work with individual students or groups of students on a specific task while their peers work independently. This model also allows us to provide both hands-on partner and independent work while building in natural transitions and breaks for our students.
remove one of the pawns.
When they come back now, everybody listen, and I'm going to give you a directions for the game. Everybody listen while I'm here.
Direct instruction includes a continuance of the One Teach One Support format and generally lasts for 10 to 15 minutes. During this lesson, direct instruction included a review of previously taught material through examples. We follow direct instruction with guided practice.
Yes, excellent. All right. Last block, some people got 6s. They had really good rolls, and one person had to go back to start. They were ahead. They were like, shoot. Huh? No, we will. We're right on top of it. All right, so what's the problem? And I'll be the deciding factor. Is it this one? 1,023. Wait, let me look. Let me turn it around. Jen, that's not you working. Just making sure I'm not seeing things like That's what I'm glad you have different answers. That's how you figure it out. So what did you do wrong? It looks like you have the right procedure, I think.
Regardless of the teaching models used in your classroom, it is important to remember that each co-teaching method has its place in the classroom and, with balance, all co-taught classrooms can be successful.